Executioner!
Welcome to the club where them niggas get the bullets. Loaded up guns with the trigger and we pull it. We got bad bitches twerking cause they do this. Run up on us, you get dropped, bitch, you stupid. Stupid. You don't want me pull a knife to a ring fight. Switchblade, blade runner on the king, right? Magic killer on the floor, devil in your six. The art of finesse by fucking on your chick. We don't throw down in the air, we just shoot up. The girl want a beast king cause she chews up. I'm too sweet on the lips, now she booed up. She don't fuck with losers, her niggas just screwed up. These niggas thinking you're the realest, fell off the floor. Started laughing at you stupid niggas. Life is war when you out here grinding and you hustle. I'll make sure that you niggas won't scorn. I'ma leave your ass scorn. Call me Jay White, I'm the switchblade. Hit the blade runner on these bitch maids. Why you little niggas play with Beyblades?
You bow down to the king, I'm your sensei.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Get your ass whooped like buffet. I finesse 3 or 4s like Chris Bay. Yeah, you can keep your mouth closed. Caprende.
I'm over here while I'm with the Bullet Club. Switchblade, hit your belly, good to be your dub. Me and LP, gotta get it out the mud. Pulverizing hot beats, that's what I love. In the VIP with the vets be, cause the game stay cold like Gretzky. We not playing basketball, don't press me. Man, which dude want their face messy? Got more bars than the boulevard. I'm just like a dealer, stay pulling cars. And unpredictable when I'm fully charged. When your entourage over with a fucking car. Got that rock from China. When she slipped that shit, I will grind her. My J's white, you can't find her. Awesome caliber like Illa.
Call me Jay White and I'm the switchblade. Hit the blade runner on these bitch maids. Why you little niggas play with Beyblades?
You bow down to the king, I'm your sensei.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Get your ass whooped like buffet. I finesse 3 or 4s like Chris Bay. Yeah, you can keep your mouth closed. Caprende. Call me Jay White and I'm the switchblade. Hit the blade runner on these bitch maids. Why you little niggas play with Beyblades?
You bow down to the king, I'm your sensei.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Get your ass whooped like buffet. I finesse 3 or 4s like Chris Bay. Yeah, you can keep your mouth closed. Caprende.
Cut you like a fish and spill your sauce. Kill the track with no remorse. Spit those balls till I get hoarse. Break his face like Omni-Man. It's no fact that I'm the man. Want my tracks on high demand. Smack your face with a cheap pen. Stick your throat with the guillotine. One man army with a team. Wanna scheme in your dream. Cannot run that laser beam. Niggas never had that block on lock. All that bullshit needs to stop. All you do is lie a lot. I had sack right in my sock. What you do is search for a purse. Pop them shits like they all search. Put a grenade in your wife's verse. Top of the grade on this nice verse. Hit you with that no way cane. All you had yourself to blame. Most these rappers have no shame. Welcome to my hall of pain. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Break graffiti in your face. Kill that beat, don't leave a trace. Hopefully don't catch a case. Opposition isn't safe. Bomber that is mad as fuck. Got it locked like Attica. Fuckery, I had enough. Growing up, I had it rough. But my family held it down. Let me get a couple rounds. Toast to my dudes at Ghost Town. Charlatans is not around. Zap the taste right out your face. Every day I paper chase. Have the safe at mother base. Use a waste of the human race. Shout come boss. Got my rivals seeing stars. Not celebrities retard. Hit in the dark, throwing darts. Now you know the consequences. Niggas run away and hopping fences. Got it from the mud deep in the trenches. This track slaps hard, knock them senseless. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Bumming now, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. This bumper clock will never stop. Now pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. This bumper clock will never stop. Hey, yo, B. 1 2 1 2. You already know the vibes, B. Council Roundtable signing back in. We'll talk about the old-fashioned wrestling. Let y'all know what's happening. And first and foremost, because we talk about the old-fashioned wrestling, you can't get more old-fashioned than Jerry the King Lawler. We are definitely praying for you, pulling for you. Make sure you have a speeding recovery. For those out there that don't know, earlier today, Jerry Lawler had caught a stroke, unfortunately, and he's in the hospital still. The last of my knowledge, he's in the hospital and he's alive, but he's still fighting. He's trying to gain back his speech, and our prayers go out to the whole Christopher family. This everybody as a whole. Let's just wish this guy a speedy recovery, and we're gonna go on from there. Now, I don't know if you guys seen the voting poll, but whoever did, you guys are awesome. Shouts go out to you guys for voting when it comes to the whole Black History Month of wrestling. Um, I'm gonna pull it up in a second, but I'm gonna just let y'all know what's going on for right now. I had a voting poll. We had a voting poll talking about, okay, who should we talk about today? And the three choices were Ahmed Johnson, Mark Henry, and the winner of the voting poll was Flash Funk. Now I'm playing. But it was Too Cold Scorpio. It was Too Cold. Which is surprising, It's surprising, but it's not. I guess you could say. Because, you got Mark Henry and you got Ahmed Johnson within the category of the voting poll. You would think, I guess Mark Henry more, but yeah, the people have spoken. The people want us to talk about Too Cold, B. Give me 1 second. I'm about to drop that link. Hold on. I hope this shit ain't bum out. I hope this is the right. I hope this is the right link. Let me see. I hope that's the right link, y'all. I hope this link don't direct motherfuckers to ebony lesbian porn or something. I'm playing. I don't watch ebony lesbian porn. I'm just playing around. And the hell with YouTube and all that. Like, look, if I want to say some shit like that, I'm grown. I can say shit like that. Porn. Who cares? Damn. We grown.
Like back
Uh-oh.
when Too Cold was in WCW, he was something special.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, him. He had Alexander Marcus Bagwell.
And like the thing that's crazy, like about today's wrestling, is that all these wrestlers should thank Too Cold because he was the one who brought it to the United States.
Really?
That high flying style, like yeah, nobody did aerial moves like Too Cold did.
Got Nate in the building.
And his aerial offense brought RVD.
Go ahead. We listening. You still there, Black Star?
Huh?
Yeah, I was listening. I thought you was continuing on.
Oh, like his, like I think it was like a 540 or something like that. Like his top rope finisher. I think it was in
Yeah,
WCW.
tumbleweed.
it was
The
that
tumbleweed.
the tumbleweed. Yeah, I'm gonna look that shit up. Like, I know I can at least I know I can at least show the his finisher move without getting a damn flag or something.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I could risk it because that move was insane. If you really think of it, I don't think anybody mimicked that move.
Not really.
No, not the way that he did it.
Yeah, like they would do like a front. They would do like a front tuck
Yeah.
when it comes to the front tuck leg drop. But this
Like
dude did like a
Sabu.
backflip leg drop.
Sabu with the chair, but he did it from the front. He didn't do it from like the rear. Yeah.
Like that offense was revolutionary.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You got to thank Too Cold. You got to thank RVD. You got to thank Rey Mysterio for bringing that offense to the United States.
Did you ever see that video in WCW where it's like he's on the playground with the kids? Hey, look, it's Too Cold Scorpio.
I'm gonna say
yeah.
Oh my God, it's just
stay away
gold.
from drugs.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, from
Scorpio.
drugs.
Come on, Kang, shake that thing.
Yeah.
Too cold. What's that? We're gonna call you Flash Funk. Yeah.
A fucking dancing pimp.
And the
Wow.
Funkettes.
Yeah. That's what they should have had. They should have had. They should have Flash Funk versus the fucking guy, the hose versus the hose, Godfather. There you go.
Godfather, yeah.
It should have been a stable. It should have been
Stable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should have been a stable, not stable. It should have been a stable. It should have been Flash Funk, this dude, Godfather, and Brodus Clay. Fuck it.
Because they had
Rest
money
in peace.
incorporated. They could have had Pimp Incorporated, you know.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to my uncle. He was a big ECW fan, so he watched Too Cold and WCW and ECW. I'll never forget watching Survivor Series. Flash Funk came out, the red and yellow. I was watching. It was me, my dad, my cousin, my uncle. As soon as he saw Flash Funk, he said, "Man, cut that shit off." He did it.
He's like, look at this coon over here dancing.
Yeah, Vince took away everything that was cool about Too Cold.
Which is
Again,
crazy. And you know, it's the other thing, like it was a time where he hold on, give me a second. Motherfucker. Give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, basically what I was about to say was you guys said what, Nate?
Oh, I thought you were pulling up the finisher. You're gonna show it.
That's a good question, Raheem. Shouts go to Raheem. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? Like, people still remember Flash Funk to this day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how the Hall of Fame worked when Vince was there. You know, so who knows? Who knows?
You know,
probably
another
when
good
they're back in
question?
Atlanta.
You know, what's another good question is should Triple H eventually be in charge of the inductees to the Hall of Fame?
I think so. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yes.
like when WrestleMania comes back to New York or Atlanta, put him in.
They should do like a committee or something like that, like Baseball Hall of Fame.
yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't take it seriously because it's not a real Hall of Fame. You know,
Yeah, no actual
legitimacy
building.
It needs a
to-
museum. In
Yeah, they've been talking about it for years, like in Florida. They were going to do like an amusement kind of
or
park.
like
I
Nate
think we
said.
spoke about that on the show. I think we spoke about that from
or
before.
like what Nate said, they got to get a committee and like I get it. I think one of the things that Vince did, like I get it from a marketing perspective. Sometimes, like they'll wait till they'll go to a certain city to put somebody in, but sometimes it's like, oh, we can do it later. We can do it later. Like Bam Bam Bigelow was from New Jersey. Vader was what was he from the Rocky Mountains? He's from Rocky
Colorado.
Mountains,
Yeah.
Colorado.
No, he's from
So
California.
it's like Yeah, so it's like sometimes it's like
Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's like, oh, we'll do it later, but then like later never comes to the person like passes away, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
And
sucks.
they're dead.
You know?
Yeah. Especially like with Vader, like fuck, man, they had a chance to put him in before he died, and they didn't.
Like, fun fact about Vader, though.
Yeah.
What's a fun fact
Like,
about
fun
Vader?
fact about Vader is that he's not from Colorado. He was born in Compton, California.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
they built them as.
Yeah. They just build
Yeah,
them
I
in
know.
Rocky Mountains, you know.
Yeah, he's
Like
from
Hulk
South Dallas.
Hogan's from my city. He's from Augusta, Georgia, but they always build him from Venice Beach, California. You know. They used to always
Dude, I
call
can
Taker
picture-
from Death Valley.
Death Valley.
But
Yeah,
hold on,
Cactus Jack didn't do the fuck that.
let's not get
Here's
too
the
far
concept
off.
of
Let's,
like
hold on, let's not get too far off topic. You know what I'm saying? Let's really build on this dude, Flash Funk. You know, when he was in ECW as Suko Scorpio, why he didn't even win that belt? To think about it, you know, why he never won the ECW championship? Because he was up there. You know what I'm saying? He had famous matches around the inception of ECW, as a matter of fact.
That rivalry with RVD was something special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he was a top guy down there. He was wasn't he TV champ and tag champ at the same time at one point? That was a big
Yeah,
deal back
yeah.
then.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time, I think Sandman, no relation, was a champion.
Yep. I
I
remember
think they
him.
knew.
And,
I think they knew his contract was up and he was going to WWF.
Yeah.
That's probably why they didn't put the title on him. You know.
I always remember that segment with Sandman and what was his name? Nate Mikey Ripwreck, was that his name?
Oh, Mikey
Mikey
Whipwreck,
Whipwreck,
yeah.
yeah, that was my dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember they were supposed. It was like a ladder match or something, and then like Steve Austin
Yeah.
came out and
Yeah, that was
grabbed, and he grabbed
Yeah.
woman. And it's just looking back at that segment, it's like that's where he figured it out. He's like, I'm going to take Mikey's move because Mikey did the stunner, and then Sandman was drinking beer, so it's like that's where he got it from.
Yeah. I like Austin.
Yeah, this
making
dude's
fun of
Stone
women.
Cold, right?
He's making fun of women.
Yeah.
He goes, I got $5 on a clothespin. I can make a run for you, woman.
What about that story that this dude had spoke about? This dude Too Cold when they was in Japan, I think it was. When Too Cold was about to stab this dude with a shank.
I believe
Y'all
that.
remember that shit?
Oh, that was during that North Korea.
No.
That
You know,
that North
yeah,
Korean,
it was Korea.
Yeah,
Excuse
Oh,
me,
Korea.
On North Korea.
What you-
The Too Cold
Oh,
story
wasn't
I always
it?
remember was the
Was
Too
it
Cold
Korea?
story I always remember was when him and Buffy
Buffy.
when him and Buff were tagging, and they were in some hotel, and they both had their ladies with them. And Tuco said that Buff couldn't get it up, and he was going to Tuco asking for advice, and Tuco told him to fuck off.
How you gonna ask me for advice to fuck your bitch?
Jeez, man. Go
You
to
want a
the
real
gas station and get some
demonstration?
pills.
I'll show you a demonstration to fuck your bitch.
Go get some of those pills at the gas station.
Well, we got the Durham
Yeah,
in the
the pills.
building.
What, dude? This dude I knew, he took one of those pills. He said he was lasted like 6 hours. I said, shit, I would have called 911 or Guinness. Oh shit!
Wasn't there like a
shit?
wasn't there like a scene like that in that Chris Rock movie, Why'd I Get Married? Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we took the Viagra.
I don't
That
know
was
what
a
they
bad
put in it.
bitch though. From before, his wife. She was in some other show from before. I forgot what show she was from before. She was even in the Matrix too. I think the Matrix too. Yeah, she was in the Matrix.
Oh, Reloaded? Or do you just mean in the Matrix in general?
Nah, the Matrix 2, Reloaded, yeah. She was
okay.
no matter of fact, she was in Revolutions.
Oh, the third one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was a bad black bitch. Nice lips at the time. But anyways, Reaper,
What's up?
what it is though?
What it do,
Any
man?
balloons
What,
out there? Shit.
I ain't shooting one.
We talking
Yeah.
about Too Cold, you know what I'm saying, the dancing pimp. What's your thoughts about the dancing pimp?
Oh, you talking about 2 Gold Scorpio?
Yeah.
man, ahead of his time, man. Like truly ahead of his time in terms of mic work, athletic ability. He was doing stuff in '93 that nobody really seen. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he brought today's offense to the United States.
I mean, yeah, people would say that the Super Brawl 2 joint with Pillman and Jushin Liger set it off, but nah, Too Cold, he brought it to the next level.
Agreed.
And he was doing, I was like, man, this dude got more hang time than Michael Jordan.
I
That
think,
and you look at him like a fat guy. He looked, I'm not saying he was, like obese, but he had some weight to him. For him to even be doing his backflips and shit like that, you wouldn't think he would do some shit like that because, a lot of black athletes around that time, they was more in shape.
I think what hurt him with the modern fans is after WCW died and after ECW died, what would have put him on the map with the more modern day fan is because he's still around. Like he still does indies. He did a GCW show like a year or two ago. I'm not sure, but like in the 2000s, I don't know what his personal life is like or what he's got going on, but he was never in TNA or Ring of Honor. Because, like, in TNA, you had, like, those X Division guys like AJ Styles, Daniels, Joe, Lethal, Kazarian, all those dudes. But then you also had, like, a mixture of, like, names from WCW and WWE. Like, you had, like, DDP was there, Hall was there, Rhino, Jarrett, Christian, Angle. I feel like if Too Cold had gone there to TNA Ring of Honor, and if he like kind of just mailed it up with like the newer generation folks, a lot of more present day fans would have known who he was because Too Cold, like peak Too Cold was before a lot of fans were even alive. Like most wrestling fans watching today that watch WWE or AEW, like most wrestling fans now, like they go back to like the late 2000s, early 2010s. You know what I'm saying? They may have grown up on like Cena and Orton and Batista, or like they grew up like on, James Storm, Bobby Roode, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, those kind of guys. And it's like, okay, cool. But they don't know shit about the 90s or the 80s, or the early 90s.
Too Cold versus AJ probably would have killed.
Yeah.
I think what hurt him though, y'all, is he went for the bag too soon. Because he left around the time ECW was really slowly get into the mainstream. He left way before then. If he would have left around, I think maybe about 98, he would have been a bigger star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He went to the wrong company too. Because like he went to WWF and, I get it. Everybody goes to New York. But when he went to WWF in like 96, that was when WCW was popping off with the cruiserweights. Like imagine the shit he could have did in WCW. Like, imagine Too Cold versus Ray, Too Cold versus Ultimo Dragon, Too Cold versus Juventud Guerrera,
Eddie Guerrero.
Too Cold versus Jericho.
Did he go to WCW already? And
he was there before.
Yeah.
He was like in the early 90s.
Before. Yeah, he should have gone back. Should have gone back.
His value probably would have been
better. I don't know they would have welcomed him back because he beat Hawk's ass. Remember?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I think things would have actually gone good for him in WWF. As weird as this sounds, because I know business was bad. I think if he had went to WWF in like 95, he would have actually been okay. Because 95 was the shits.
With him and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Yeah, but like if he had went to WWF in 95, remember they gave Mabel the push. Mabel was kind of similar to Too Cold. I know Mabel was ass, but Men on the Mission had like the whole hip hop thing going on. He could have definitely been Intercontinental Champion in like 95, early 96. But by the time he made the jump, like he went to WWF like around the same time Rock came. Well, Rock was still rocking my Via. They were pushing Triple H. Mark Merrill was still getting the push. What was he? Wildman Mark Merrill, Stone Cold was starting to get the push. Brad had just come back. Sid was back. Like there was too many people.
And that's the thing And that's the thing that confused me with the whole voting polls. Because around that time, he wasn't even that much of a star like that for him to even win this voting polls. I figured motherfuckers would have been saying like, okay, let's talk about Mark Henry. Let's talk about this dude, Ahmed Johnson. That's why it took me by surprise.
Well, maybe more people want to know about
Pioneer.
Ahmed sucks.
Yeah, Tuco's definitely a pioneer.
Yeah. I would have loved to see him with Flash Funk doing a tumbleweed on Oscar's ass for Men on a Mission. I hated that fucking guy.
Damn. Why?
I don't know. He was just a punk ass bitch. She didn't have to be in that group. Mabel should have fucking dropped.
Well, damn, why though?
I don't know. He looks like a sneaky motherfucker that would like forge his name on your check and cash it and go buy some Ford.
Damn. Yo, Oscar's like, you like the only person in history that want to beat up Oscar.
I don't know.
But according to Vince McMahon, the only reason why Oscar was on Men on a Mission was because Vince could say that he knows a rapper.
Yeah, I believe that. They should have Men on a Mission against a Mean Street Posse. That would have been funny. Mean Street Posse.
What about PN News?
I was about to bring him up. Yo, baby, yo.
Why somebody remix that shit? Why somebody remix that shit one day? I see it coming. It's gonna happen. Why?
I mean, they would say
to answer your question, I think the only wrestlers I remember, there could be more, but I doubt it. The only wrestlers I remember back then who did the 450 was Too Cold and Juventud. I can't think of anybody else. Just Too Cold and Juventud. That's it. To this day, nobody really does the move.
Doesn't Pac do it?
Pac,
he can do it. He doesn't do it like that. He can do it if he wants. Pac. Neville. Pac. Yeah.
Neville. Oh, Pac.
Yeah, he can do it. There are wrestlers out there that can do it. Like Rollins can do it. Omega can do it. They just don't because they can do because if you can do the Phoenix Splash, then you can do the 450. I forgot Justin Gabriel. Justin Gabriel
what it is too? And I'm glad you named them also because they started a process of basically taming their moves a little bit, just slowing it down a little bit, not going to the top rope as much. They'll still go to the top rope and do some risky shit, but they don't do it as much. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting older, they want to wind it down, but not too much.
Mm-hmm.
The dude from the Street Profits, he could do like a fucking 720. He's got so much hang's time on his frog splash.
Shouts go wild to Angelo, dog. Yo,
he stepped up.
Mine says 4.
Shouts to Angelo, dog.
Yeah, because he know what it was.
Montez
what it was, man, everybody. Yeah, what it was, he didn't want to be Marty Jannetty status. He's like, hell no.
And I like that. A lot of people should take heed to that.
Is he related to Daryl
Dawkins? What do you mean I'm the weakest link? There's no weakest link in this team. We both beasts.
Is he related to Daryl Dawkins?
It's like, especially when it comes to a black tag team, I'm going there. Like, the fuck out of here. We're not going to build up one black wrestler and then leave the other black wrestler to the wayside. Let's get them both over legitimately. I wouldn't mind seeing 5 years from now, not that long. Matter of fact, I'll say 3 years from now, both of them is at WrestleMania. Maybe not fighting each other, but both of them being on the card in singles competition.
Shit, he ain't trying to be Leaf Cassidy.
If you think about it.
I haven't heard that name in years. Leaf Cassidy.
Leaf Cassidy. Oh my God.
I remember that was the kayfabe explanation for Al Snow going crazy. He was a mid Carter for so long. He went fucking crazy, and he finally got over.
That sounds like a 70s
ninja. Remember that ninja shit? He was a ninja. What was a ninja name?
Oh yeah.
I think to this day,
Avatar.
Are you talking about Quang?
Avatar.
Yeah. I think to this day, Al Snow head ECW is probably like still the craziest thing I've ever seen. I remember like this one episode where everybody was like head, and Joey Styles on commentary was like, "Would you believe this if you weren't seeing it?" Like he was trying not to laugh. That shit was so fucking over.
Yeah, that cool theme.
He got over with a head manic.
Theme song was pretty good.
Yeah.
Here's my other
I love
thing,
the fact
though.
that fucking Perry Saturn got over with fucking Moppy.
Here's my thing. It's like, why these motherfuckers can never book a ninja properly? Like, we've watched wrestling for ever since we was even in Inception. They never booked a ninja right. A ninja that's supposed to have a whole entrance and shit like that. Like, oh, I'm a ninja and I'm Japanese. Hiya! Mad pyro and shit.
Hakushi was
pyro, you a ninja.
Yeah, Hakushi was all right.
Hakushi was good against Bret Hart and stuff.
Yeah, Hakushi was good.
No, I'm saying like this, right? Ninjas are supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, the element of surprise in the darkness, shit like that. Like, if you're a ninja, you're supposed to have a whole entrance with pyro and all that other extra shit. That's not a ninja. A ninja is supposed to pull up, like if Bret Hart was going up against a Yokozuna or something, and he's fighting Yokozuna or whatever, and then after that, he beats Yokozuna. He has the belt, raise the belt up in the air, like, hey, I'm the champion, yada, yada, yada. And then that's when you have the ninja crawl from underneath the ring and, you know what I'm saying, surprise Bret Hart. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
You don't have a fucking ninja.
I mean, he wasn't a ninja.
Entrance and pyro and a valet.
Well, he wasn't a ninja. But
Vince McMahon don't know about all that.
Yeah, he wasn't a ninja, but just based off what you're saying, I'd say that the best booked wrestler that had ninja booking was probably like Crow Sting when he first turned Crow, because like he would just show up, Scorpion Death Drop.
Yeah, just do them Sting, right?
Right.
Sting, yeah, because you didn't know Sting was mysterious. At that time, Sting was mysterious. You didn't know if he was Dolo. You didn't know if he was going to be with the NWO. You didn't know because he would just be chilling in the rafters.
Like, yo, tell me if you remember this.
I mean,
remember back in like '95 when WCW had that super giant ninja character?
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, how was that a ninja?
That was a Yeti. That was a Yeti guy. Yeah.
Yeti. How you got a big ass dude from Scorpion? The big ass Scorpion from Mortal Kombat looking dude.
That's some Hulk Hogan book.
You get a part. I mean, TNA tried the ninjas, but it didn't work. Those guys were out of shape at the buffet eating.
Eating too much of them damn cheeseburger egg rolls.
Yeah, eating at Hardee's.
Then Glacier.
Oh yeah,
Glacier. Yeah, there we go. There's a ninja. Glacier.
And I don't know.
Steve Blackman pretty good.
I don't know if you guys see the other topic. I'm gonna let Black Saw start off with the conversation with this question about the other topic about Paul Heyman and this guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, that.
I'm gonna let Black Saw start off this conversation, and then we go from there. I'll go last.
What's the topic?
That promo was amazing. The way that Cody Rhodes made Paul Heyman cry, and then like you're thinking that in that promo.
Oh, let Black Saw go. Y'all get a chance. Go ahead, Black Saw.
Then you're thinking that Paul Heyman wouldn't be able to compose himself, and he comes back with like this sick ass comeback. When he said, Dusty, Cody was your favorite son, but he wished Roman was his son. I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
Wow.
It was so fucked up that it made you want to watch that match at WrestleMania. It was good storytelling. That's what it was.
I got one question to ask you before.
To be able to do that. Not to that effect.
I got one question to ask you before we continue on.
Go ahead.
Who do you think shined in that promo? Cody Rhodes or Paulie Dangerously?
Cody started off very, very well, but Paul Heyman at the end was something special. Paul Heyman won that promo battle. With that
Nate. All right, Nate. What do you think, Nate?
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't see it. I don't have Monday Night Raw. I like to by my own on Mondays, so I gotta go back and watch it.
Yo, watch it.
I'll watch it. I'll chime in on Friday on it. I'll go back and watch it.
I might throw it on real quick. But Grim Reaper, what you think? Did you watch that promo?
Yeah, I thought it was very good because they needed something to slowly but surely take the heat off of the Sammy thing and bring it on to Cody. Because I was thinking that was going to be a problem if they were going to keep on chanting Sammy, whatever Cody come out there. So I think they kind of got over that hump a little bit. We got to see where it goes within the month, but the promo itself was marvelous because Cody's season, he became more seasoned. He mastered the art of the baby face. Like, this motherfucker is a white meat baby face, like tagging fans. He knows how to pander like a politician.
Kissing ugly babies, all that. I don't mean to say a baby is ugly, but remember that's what Batista said. Well, come on. I just want. Niggas ain't. Go ahead.
At the same time, it's like, come on now. He's a Rhodes. You got to get some of that from his dad. You know what I'm saying? So the interaction with Paulie, I think that caught Paul off guard. I think that was a straight shoot because he made Paul almost cry. So I think that was a part of the shoot.
I think they was both crying.
Yeah.
Both of them, Paulie Dangerously and Cody Rhodes. They looked like they was both crying.
I was thinking he was going to shit on. I'm like, damn, Paulie, you ain't pay Dusty his money? Oh, damn. He's going.
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised with that.
Yeah, but then on top of that, it told a great story with Cody with his storytelling because he was telling about Dusty was down bad after leaving WCW and he was doing them cheap commercials and Paulie looked out for him. And I was like, that was a turn of a twist because we was thinking, damn, he bounced Dusty's checks too?
Yeah, shit. Paulie bounced so many checks he could have been in the NBA. I mean, shit.
But they did a great job of doing that and making Cody matter now. Now, I'm thinking that what they're going to do, probably depending on how the match goes on with next month or this month in the Elimination Chamber, they're probably going to do the chicken shit way and put it a triple threat.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it's heading towards.
Yeah, that's going to be a sabotage for Cody if that happens.
Well, keep on going, Tove. What's your own opinion on the situation?
It's all right. I'm not blown away like everybody else is. I'm just waiting for the fans to start booing him. It'll be done by SummerSlam.
Are you waiting? I'm like, yes, please. Hate on him now. Get him out of here. Yo, that's funny as hell.
They're gonna treat him like Cena.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it like Cena.
I would say this, right? Because I understand everybody's point of view. And that's what makes WrestleMania so fucking fun. It's been a long time since we had conversations like this when they came to the road to WrestleMania. I gotta give Triple H's props on this shit. I'm not gonna sit there and say all of it is because of him, but half of it, yes. It's like he threw a monkey wrench in some shit. And him going along with a little bit of a mix of what Vince McMahon was doing when it came to the momentum. It made shit unpredictable, and that's all we wanted. The Royal Rumble, yeah, it was predictable, but at the same time, it wasn't because we still had that fucking expectation of what the fuck is gonna happen. Are we gonna have surprise entrance? Is you know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be first? Who's gonna be the final four of the Royal Rumble?
Exactly.
I think the only really surprise in the Rumble match was Gunther.
I disagree with that. The Rumble was
from this.
predictable. There was nothing unpredictable about that Rumble.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
It wasn't bad. No.
It was. You know what?
There wasn't a single surprise. It was obvious who was winning. There was no other option for the women's Rumble.
I said other than we all knew Cody was going to win. We all knew that. But
I wasn't talking about Cody. I meant both. I mean the men's Rumble and the women's Rumble. I mean there was no other option for either one. So doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
That's
so you couldn't win Oscar.
We knew that. We knew Cody was going to win the men's Rumble. I'm not talking about the females. I'm talking about the men's. We all knew Cody was going to win. I'm just saying that we didn't know who's going to be entrants. Remember, we was all talking about it before the Royal Rumble even happened. We was all talking about surprise entrance because that's what we know. That's what we know about when it comes to the Royal Rumble, surprise entrance. And they didn't have any really. Like what, 2, 3?
But the key was one.
Like Triple H made the anticipation build, and that's probably what he's best at.
Yeah,
letting the anticipation build.
I just want to say rest in peace to Jay White because his career is over going to WWE, but whatever.
He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
He's already signed. He's already going.
Oh, I would have said that if he's been Vince, they'll put him on a mask, call him Dr. JR or something.
Oh my god!
Like to me, I think WWE's getting
that pirate look and that beard.
Like to me, like I think that the WWE's getting King Haku's kids, Ming.
Probably.
Oh, the Sons of Ming. I always think the Sons of Ming was a cooler name.
Yeah.
Haku's a cool name too, though.
Who are the Sons of Ming? Because I ain't gonna lie, so far they've been bums.
He's talking about Tamatonga, Hike Leo, Tongaloa, that the whole.
Oh, okay. When it comes to them, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking about motherfuckers like Manu and shit like that. Like,
yeah,
they're Samoan, but they're from a different. They're Samoan, but they're from a different tribe. They're not from the same tribe that Roman's from. So a lot of fans are fantasy booking. What if all of them go to WWE? Then that could be your post-Mania bloodline versus whatever they refer to themselves as. That could be a little nice.
And you know what? I bumped my head. I bumped my head also, because I did say that Jacob Fatu should be on the bloodline, whatever, and he's not with the NOYE family. That's my bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's not?
If they all go there, they're not have fucking Snookers match.
Nah, Junior Fatu, I don't think he's with he's not with that bloodline, no.
But the way Rikishi stood up
dude,
for him,
they're all in the bloodline. They're all in the bloodline. You got to think of evolution of like human beings. We all started somewhere. We're all related in some form.
Hell no, no. Yo, I know you're a security guard, but I know you're a RoboCop too. You sound crazy right now. Grim Reaper.
What's happening? I had to mute some for a minute.
You good? Everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like, yo, like quick topic.
Yo,
today,
make
real
sure
quick.
you get some hot pockets, B. I heard they got the extra pockets. It's like a big ass burrito. They got mozzarella and cheddar. They got spinach and cheese and broccoli and mozzarella. Make sure you get hot pockets.
I had ham and cheese yesterday.
There you go.
I can't find that chicken and broccoli one. I gotta look for that chicken broccoli one.
There you go.
Like, yo, but like, quick question: did any of you guys see Donovan Dijak's finger on Saturday?
I posted it.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Nasty. That's nasty.
Shouts go out to him because he finished the match with his hand like that.
Ouch.
I'd have been like, I want my money.
Yeah, Sin
man
Cara
got
that
what?
one time too. I think he fucked him too. Sin Cara. Ugh, that was nasty.
Thanks for the likes. Thank you.
Like that
man
was.
got
I don't
hard.
care. Sid's is the worst injury I've ever seen in wrestling. Sid. Oh my god. Ugh.
Oh, the broken leg.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
all I gotta really say is like I told Sam, man, you know, I can't wait for the fans to start booing Cody. That way, everybody will know this wasn't just an AEW thing. Everybody will know it's just Cody. Shut the fuck up, you're annoying thing.
No, I don't think he's annoying.
He's
Does he
annoying,
go?
bro.
Like
He's
Does he?
fucking-
Does he?
turn on him quick.
Does
he's
he
a
do the
fucking
most?
politician.
Does he? Yeah, like yeah. I'm about to say that. Sometimes he does the most. He does, but annoying? No, I won't go that
Nah,
far.
he's fucking annoying, bro. He's annoying.
Nah, knowing would be Baron Corbin.
That's annoying. Now that's what you
Nigga.
call annoying. This
Yeah, I saw
motherfucker, swear to
JBL.
God, he's good. Like, dude, it's
The
not
way
it.
JBL
buried him
gave
last
him
night.
the-
That was hilarious.
JBL made
that
him
was
pop.
awesome.
Motherfuckers sitting there blaming JBL about Baron Corbin. No,
What did
JBL
JBL say?
actually made him pop.
I think what did JBL say? He said a turd is still a turd.
No, you can't clean a turd.
Like, motherfuckers, yeah, exactly. He's right. Let's really be real. Nobody was then jacking Baron Corbin at all from before. Only time people was jacking him was when he was doing the whole when he was a bum. You know what I'm saying? When he lost all his money and you know what I'm saying? That was a good character. And what they did, they only had that shit for only 5 months.
Yes, it's got a shelf life. You can't do that forever. That's the problem.
But I think they did it. I think they ended it too soon.
It went on for a while. They were doing it for like over half a year, like you said.
Yeah,
You
5
can't keep doing
5
that.
months.
Yeah, you know they had to move on. So I know he's a favorite. Triple H likes him, so he's not going to get fired or anything. But it's time to call it. You know,
Not an ass kissing involved with that.
Yeah, they just need to fucking call it. You know, either you send him back to NXT, you know, let him figure some shit out there, or just fucking, you know, let him get paid in catering. Because
Send him to CZW or some shit.
Yeah,
That's what motherfuckers do. Like, a lot of motherfuckers in catering getting paid
Yep.
to eat.
Send him to where Nick Cage is at and all them motherfuckers.
GCW. Yeah.
Okay,
He got that heat where, you know, he got that, I don't want to see this guy on my screen heat. That's the heat you don't want.
Well, I've made the
Xbox
comparisons. You know, I got Sandman into my line of thinking. He's basically the WWE's version of Matt Morgan. That's what he is. Some dudes just don't have it. You don't have it.
Talking about Corbin?
Yeah, he's
Don't.
Matt Morgan. And the only
Well,
reason,
hold on,
the only reason
rewind
TNA
that.
liked him,
Wait,
the only
like,
the
I've
only
been
reason TNA
said
liked
Baron
Morgan.
Corbin is a bum. You ain't giving me to think about nothing.
No, I'm just saying the comparisons. Like they're very similar. They're both tall.
I think Matt Morgan is better than this dude.
Oh, I
He's
agree.
way
I
better
agree.
than
But
him.
he wasn't it either. He was just a mid card dude. He wasn't on
Like
that
right
level.
when I saw
reason-
JBL said what he said, I thought of Sandman right away. I was like, oh, Baron Corbin. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And they both have two things in common. Actually, three things in common, which is kind of hilarious. Actually, if they were both like a few feet taller, WWE and TNA wouldn't have cared. Like if Morgan was a regular sized dude, TNA wouldn't have cared. If Corbin was a regular sized dude, WWE wouldn't have cared. Professional wrestling, they're still obsessed with size. You know, if you're a really big dude, they're like, oh man, there's got to be something there. There's got to be something there. The second thing that Morgan and Corbin have in common is they both have really cool finishers. And because their finishers are cool, that helps them. Corbin had the end of days. Morgan had the elevator. Two really cool moves. You know, look real good. You know, makes the fans pop.
Well, the carbon
And
footprint was his true finisher.
Right. And then the third thing, and this is kind of where they're similar, it's kind of crazy how much they have in common. I'm surprised nobody talks about this, was for Morgan, where it all goes back, it goes back to that match he had with Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory 2008, I think. And, you know, Angle, his body was shot by then, but 2008 Kurt Angle could still put out like a really fucking good match. And so Kurt made Morgan look like $1 million fucking bucks. And so TNA Creative was like, oh yeah, we got to push this guy. It was like, bro, like Morgan's no good. It was just Angle just made him look really good. And then Angle's last match, ironically enough, was against Corbin. So because Vince wanted Angle to do the same thing, but Angle by then, like his body was gone, he couldn't do it. So then Corbin beat Angle. Right, and they both can't talk. You know, I said it was a mistake when Corbin beat Angle because I said, bro, I was like, dude, if this is Kurt Angle's last match, like it's gonna be.
It shouldn't even have been It shouldn't have been a thought. Like that's a major thing. And this dude Nate, yo, I love that damn profile pic. And
oh my god, a dumpster fire. Fire.
Yeah. Like come on.
I got that from
They should have gave that match to Bobby Lashley.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Not every veteran should pass the torch. Why is it always necessary?
They should have given that match to Bobby Lashley.
If it was a title match,
he can't get over on his own without this veteran. If, for instance, if you're not in a deep-rooted feud with that particular veteran, why should that veteran get you over?
Yeah.
For a few matches. Oh, I fought this motherfucker 4-5 times within 2 months. He passing a torch to me. Get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous.
I can see a title match passing a torch, but not a regular match, you know.
Look, all right, for instance, look at what Sting and Ric Flair. And when Ric Flair the Night of the Champions, when Ric Flair passed the torch to Sting.
Wasn't Triple H supposed to pass the torch to Booker T?
American Bash.
Hold on, one at a time. What you said, Nate?
I think it was a Great American Bash '90 where Flair and Sting fought, and he beat him for the title.
No, I was talking about when.
Oh, another one.
You passing of the torch, the Night of the Champions, when you know. Yeah, when they
the last match. The
very, very last match, because you know why? They had a whole fucking war together. They had a war. They've been fighting for years.
Well, you look like
they got to the point where this dude Ric Flair be like, you know what? You the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? This is it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had a war. I give it to you.
The two franchise players of WCW, NWA, Sting and Flair, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like Stone Cold and The Rock or Bret Hart and, you know, Shawn Michaels.
Right.
So that's
the shit I'm talking about. Like the shit with John Cena and The Rock, when The Rock supposedly passed the torch to John Cena. God. That's bullshit.
I threw up.
Like the fuck out of here! How you pass
that wasn't? No, that wasn't a pass.
Then he passed
the torch
to Roman
Reigns. That wasn't a pass the torch. What that was just Rock giving Cena a win back. They were supposed to do a third match, and it never happened. Surprise, surprise. Just like Rock Roman's never happening. Surprise, surprise. Just like Rock is not happening. Surprise. You see a pattern with The Rock? Man, fuck that guy. Yeah.
Gomer Pyle. Surprise, surprise.
Hit that like button for surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah. That still to the day was the biggest mistake they ever did. It should have been Punk versus Undertaker, Streak versus Streak at WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Virgo Bay, I agree.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm still recovering over the fucking the Mike Chioda story, where he was on that Dark Side of the Ring thing, and they were just asking him just a bunch of bonus questions about stuff. And one of the questions they asked him was, what's the craziest thing you've seen in wrestling other than Owen Hart dying? Because that was always the answer that people would give. And he said the craziest thing he saw, because he was the referee. I told the story before. Mike Chioda was the referee for Rock Cena at WrestleMania 28. And he said the craziest thing he saw was the fact that literally the day of, there was no finish for the match. And I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all fucking announced this match a year in advance. How do you build this match for 1 fucking year and you don't have a finish? This is the same shit that they criticized WCW for about the Hogan Sting nonsense at Starrcade. The fact that a whole year went by and it didn't have a finish, if that doesn't tell you how fucking disorganized and how untrustworthy Rock is, I don't know what does.
Sting in the tan. Sting in the tan. I love that. Oh my god. That guy going on.
Thanks for the likes, everybody. Everybody, y'all awesome. And also thanks for the votes. Like I was saying from before, I had posted a voting poll when it comes to who should talk about today in Black History Month of wrestling, and everybody chose, or the majority chose, this dude, Flash Funk Baby, the Dancing Pimp.
Oh, Flash, you're so funky.
Go ahead, Kang, shake that thing.
The craziest part is I remember when he was into Survivor Series '96. I remember Hogan was like, not Hogan. I said Hogan. Vince was like, oh, I've never seen this much red and yellow in Madison Square Garden. I was like, even if I was a kid, I was like, Vince, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he was.
Oh my god.
Wow. I wonder, what happened to the Funkettes? Who are they?
I don't know. I don't even think they were signed. I think those were just 2 random dance girls Vince just paid.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, B. Oh yeah, good looking out for that donation. Wow. Y'all got y'all awesome, B. Thank you.
Thoughts and prayers also with Jerry the King Lawler. Heard he had a stroke earlier today, but looks like he's doing a little bit better.
Yeah, is he still paralyzed on the right side?
Last I heard, he was getting feeling back and was moving his head and stuff. So
nice. Wow. When I heard about that, I'm like, damn.
That's the King's.
I'm just wish them well, and I spoke about that at the beginning of the show, just to wish the family well, and that's it.
He already lost his kid.
Yeah,
heartbreaking all by itself.
You know what? Can I go there? I'm not gonna be disrespectful. Can I go there? I'm asking you guys.
Oh, well, what are we talking about?
If you want.
Would Jerry Lawler and life period? I'm not gonna be disrespectful. Can I go there?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay. What is Jerry Lawler age? Right. Isn't he like in the 70s, late 60s?
I'll look it up. I'm near the computer right now.
Sounds
Let
good.
me see.
I'll look it up too.
He's 73. 73.
Yeah. Okay, all right. It's definitely unfortunate what he's going through right now, but you know, he definitely lived a great life. You know, and it's just a part of life what he's going through. Unfortunately, to be that age, also, man, look, I know people that age that wouldn't even be able to afford the doctors that he have or the medicine. So
the sad part, and I hope to God this doesn't happen, but we might lose both Ric Flair and the King in the same year.
but this man, look, they did their fair share of dirt. They were real nasty people at a point in time.
The day I'm not looking forward to is for a different reason. I'm not looking forward to the day when Hogan bites it, just because that's going to be a fucking cesspool on social media.
Yo, and I feel the same way. I do, but even he did his fair share of dirt, fair share of bullshit. And these people lived real long lives. Should we really feel sorry for them, or should we be sad? Feel sorry for them or being sad is two different things.
Like, I'll feel sorry for them. I wouldn't feel sad.
I feel sorry for Ric Flair. I have no sympathy for Hulk Hogan.
Ooh, talk your mind.
He's a piece of shit. Fuck him.
I think both of them are pieces of shit. But I think they're both awesome people. That's a crazy thing. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, both of them, they shaped and molded the world.
I just have a little bit more sympathy for Rick because, you know, no parent should have to bury their child. That sucks, you know. But I don't have much to say about Hogan. You know, I know I talk a lot. I really don't have much to say about him. Even when I was a kid, I just never bought it. You know, forget wrestling. This is life. You know, this can be, you know, movie stars, TV stars, sport. You know, like you're at home, you're watching TV, and you see someone, and you know, ever watch the celebrity, and you can just tell, like, man, this dude's fake. You know, you just get that feeling. Like I never bought Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania. Eat your vitamins. Even when I was a kid, I was like, this dude's full of shit. When I saw Ric Flair, I bought it. When I saw Ultimate Warrior, I bought it. When I saw Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, Rick Martel, the Warriors, all those guys, like I was like, man, those dudes are extensions of who they are in real life. I never bought it with Hogan. I always knew he was fake and just not a good person. So then as I got older and, you know, learned more about the business and, you know, the inside terms and stuff like that, I found out how much of a politician Hogan was and how so many dudes that I grew up idolizing didn't get their fucking shot because Hogan played politics, like Rick Rude or Bret Hart or Scott Hall or Yokozuna or whoever. And, you know, the whole creative clause and stuff like that, and how he barely ever lost, count out, DQ, whatever. And the only time I really ever liked Hogan was when it was like fucking like 97, 98, like Hollywood Hogan with like Rodman and like Hall now. Like that's great. I love Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hogan's great. But I don't know, man, just it was the politics, the story he told that one time about, you know, oh, there was a kid in the front row that had cancer, and he said he was going to give the kid a T-shirt or something. Talk about it. Or something. He said he was at the show and he didn't see the kid, and when he didn't see the kid, he knew that you know, the kid was dead. And he said the show was at SummerSlam in Wembley. It's like, dude, you weren't even on the fucking card at Wembley, you fucking liar. You know how he discovered the Undertaker and how he said he was on some Commando movie or some shit. Dude's just a liar. Like Yeah, he's just always been a liar. So all that being said, putting wrestling stuff aside, when the racism shit happened, like when he was caught saying, the N-word and all that, when that happened, oh yeah, good point, Virgo Bay. A good point. Yeah, what was it when his son got into the accident and he fucking threw the kid on the bus? That's another one. Right.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, when the N-word thing for happened, him," I'm like, "What the?"
Yeah, that was and Will and man.
Yeah, that sex tape. That sex tape is what finished it for me.
Right. When the N-word thing happened, when he said the N-word, I wasn't even mad at that because like real people like already knew that shit. Because like I said, dude was fucking born in my city. He was born in Augusta, Georgia. He was raised around black folks. Anyone that's raised in a black community, there are words that are just thrown around very casually, and the N-word was one of them. So when I heard he said the N-word, like I didn't care. I wasn't offended I'm not offended by that word at all. I'm not a fucking pussy. But that being said, when he said that, all that did was it just justified me never liking him to begin with. Like, oh, okay. So now everybody else is like, fuck Hogan. And I know you got your beef with Kofi in the New Day in general, Sandman, but I fucking loved it when the barber, the beefcake dude, when he went to Hall of Fame, and like New Day was like fucking happy and smiling the whole fucking show until Hogan came out. Like Big E, Kofi, and Xavier were like, fuck this dude. That was great. So I loved it at
that
fucking Mania.
That Stone Cold promo made me laugh. He said, "I got a cat with his name on it."
Oh yeah. Yeah. I still believe if the Hogan Austin match happened, I still believe the fans would have rocked with Austin. They would have chose him and they would have booed Hogan. Yeah. That's what I think. We'll never know though.
Oh hell yeah! Because at that time, we was definitely over that whole say your prayers, eat your vitamins stick.
If it wasn't in Toronto, it could probably been 50-50 because those fucking Canadians are fucking crazy. They would have split the crowd.
And I never understood that. I never understood Canada's why Canada loves Hogan so much. Because like, wait a minute, y'all love Hogan, but like y'all know he fucking buried Brett, right? Like I don't get it. Whatever.
Well, they had great matches in the 80s and shit with like Dino Brown shit like that in the
That Mania in the Skydome.
Toronto, shit like that. Skydome, yeah. The only thing about Hogan I really liked when Heenan was like, he helped Bobby Heenan a lot, and I didn't know they were really close friends. And when Heenan got sick, Hogan was always seeing Bobby and stuff like that. He kept in touch with his wife and stuff. So that's the only thing I liked about Hogan. But that shit with his son and that car accident, oh, God had it in for him. And Hogan just comes off as a fucking guy that'll be like straight to your face and he'll stab you right in the back. The only thing I really felt bad for Hogan, he got fucked on the George Foreman deal. His wife forgot to give him the message.
Get the fuck out of here!
He could have had the grill. He did. That was supposed to be Hulk Hogan's grill. The wife never gave him the message. He never gave him the message. That fucking bitch.
Yeah.
My biggest.
Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Was it the Foreman grill deal would have been his?
George Foreman grill.
If he would have answered the phone. It was supposed to be. Give me a break.
No, his wife never gave him the message. They called about offering him a grill, a barbecue grill. Never gave him the message. They ended up giving Hulk Hogan a spatula or something. Some kind of spatula.
He was going to put the pills on the grill?
Like, I don't fucking know.
This dude was known, just when Hulk Hogan was known for, eating like that. You know what I'm saying? He was all about exercising and taking your vitamins.
He had that
Foreman was a person known for eating and, you know what I'm saying, having power in your punches from cheeseburgers.
Or drinking. Remember when he was training with Mean Gene, was drinking those egg fucking things? Egg yolk.
Yeah, like, how the fuck Hogan's going to need a grill? A grill for what?
My biggest knock on Hogan, and some people give Austin this criticism too. I put an abstract next to Austin. I think Austin would have done this. He just couldn't because he had to retire. But my biggest knock on Hogan is that at the end of the day, he'll always be the biggest star in wrestling and shit. But I always felt like he never really gave back, in my opinion, for most of his, not even for most of his career, for his entire career. WWF, WCW, even TNA. Hulk Hogan only did what was best for Hulk Hogan. He didn't know how to.
He was selfish as all hell.
Yeah, he never gave back.
I want to go that far. He looked out, just not more than he did look out. He did look out for people. He did put people over. He did put money in people's pockets. I want to sit here and say he didn't get anybody over. He didn't get anybody rich. I will not say that about Hulk Hogan.
Man probably would have beat his ass if he.
That don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. I will not sit here and say Hulk Hogan did not make people rich.
Yeah.
I will not.
Well,
say
they
that.
always say that's how Hogan got the Shiner Black Star. I'm not sure if you know that about the WrestleMania 9. The Shiner.
I do understand that. Yeah, Hogan. Yeah, he did some foul shit when it came to Macho Man. When it came to what I'm saying, Linda McMahon, so to speak. Shit, when it came to his kids, when it came to Bubba the Love Sponge, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. When it came
fucked him over.
When it came to black people like myself, but I would not sit there and say he's not ultimately selfish. No.
You just wonder what wrestling would have been without Hogan during the Hulkamania period if he wasn't there.
I wouldn't have met my woman. I wouldn't have met my woman, the love of my life, if it wasn't for Hogan. Why? Because Hogan, in a way, brought wrestling to the mainstream. In a major way, brought wrestling to the mainstream. And that's how I met my woman, because she's a wrestling fan.
He was the right person for the job.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we hate him,
he was the right gay guy at the right time. Whatever he said.
The right gay guy at the right gay time. But fuck him right now. We're talking about Black History. Black History. Fuck no. We're talking about Hogan during Black History Month. Hold on. Let's slow the fuck down.
I'll say this: he looked out for Harlem Heat, So
yeah.
I always give him that.
Yeah, there you go. Good recovery.
And the Nasty Boys too. He was really good with the Nasty Boys. So he was loyal to his friends. He helped his friends out a lot.
Because Booker always told the story like as soon as Hogan came in, they did.
He thought he was done.
Yeah, he did the Disney parade and all that shit, and Hogan, he brought in all his people. Randy came in, Hacksaw came in, Bobby came in, everybody started coming in and shit. And, Booker told the story, I forgot where, I think they were like at the power plant or whatever. And, they had like the whole roster there, and that was when a lot of people got the axe and shit. And Hogan was just, he was with Bischoff. They were like in some room somewhere where Hogan was just going through the roster, and Bischoff just wanted Hogan's advice. And Hogan was looking at the tag teams, and Bischoff was like, yo, Hulk, what should we do with the tag team scene? And he was like, yo, why aren't you pushing Harlem Heat? And Bischoff was like, huh? And Hogan was like, these are the best dudes you got. And then Bischoff was like, okay. And then that's when he started pushing, because Harlem Heat, people forget, like they were there before, like they were there, like when in the NWA, WCW, they just weren't getting pushed. They were just there. So. But then they started getting the push, and then they put him with Sherry, and that was really when Harlem Heat really started getting you started seeing them because they were always like on Saturday night, like mostly just facing jobbers and shit. But then when Hogan was like, yo, push these guys, that's when you started seeing like Harlem Heat versus the Nasty Boys, Harlem Heat versus the Steiners, Harlem Heat versus Luger and Sting, Harlem Heat versus the Road Warriors. And it was like, all right. So, he did at least see that Harlem Heat was like the best fucking team that was there at the time. So, there's some positive for Black History right there.
They will be a part of the voting system. The next voting poll we're gonna do. I'm gonna basically I'm gonna ask a question about Black tag team wrestlers. Who should we talk about next week? A matter of fact, this following Friday, who should we talk about when it comes to Black tag team? The New Day, Harlem Heat, or Doom?
Oh, you said Doom. That's a throwback. Nice.
Doom.
We can talk about Doom.
Ron Simmons.
You know what's cool about Harlem Heat, and this is a shoot. Sensational Sherry did her job so well. A lot of people thought she was black for real. That's
Me
fucking great.
too. I thought she was like Dominican or something.
She got invited.
Right.
She got invited to the
was
barbecue.
bad as fuck. Yo.
Yeah. Sherry was a baddie.
I never understood that shit. Like,
Yeah, she was.
me personally, I thought what's her name again? Elizabeth was bad or somewhat okay when she was in WCW. When she was with NWO and then she went with Luger and shit. When she was in WWF, I didn't understand. I didn't see it. She was not sexy to me in WWF.
It's the Price is
Woman
Right
was a
thing,
bad
Sam, man. You know, like it's the Price is Right thing. Like when Bob Barker was like young in his prime and shit. Godspeed to Bob Barker, by the way. He's still alive. He's 98 years young. Love it when he says that.
Shouts out to Bob Barker.
Right. But the girls that were on Price is Right, you know, like I know it's fucking random because we're talking wrestling, but like Price is Right, that's like the most, you know, there was a period when it was like the most watched game show in America. So like all the models on that show, you know, like most of them were white, most of them were like brunette and blonde and shit, you know, so that was what was viewed as desirable in America during that time. You know, I'm with you though. I was never really into Miss Elizabeth. Rest in peace to her too. But I'll take Sherry any day. You know,
Sherry. Oh man, I never understood the whole scary Sherry shit. Like scary Sherry, just because she was wearing makeup. Knock it off.
Yeah, I met her once.
Woman was
at
sexy
at an ECW show. Oh, Woman! Oh my god, I love Woman.
Woman was nice and thick.
When she used to tease Mean Gene, I used to fucking die. What happened?
Oh yeah, those segments went over my head as a kid. That's great.
Oh man. Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was trying to bring some females to the show too when it came to like Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Because Valentine's Day, I think I should be doing the show around that time. What was that? That's a Monday,
Next
right?
Tuesday.
Valentine's Day. Next Tuesday, yeah, there you go.
Valentine's Day, Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring some females on the show. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about when it comes to
What's her name? Is cool. She responds to fans. What's her name? Faye Jackson. Didn't she?
Yeah, yo, let her know. Be like, hey, look, if she needs some beverages, you know what I'm saying? I'll get her some beverages and all. That's all goody. Make her feel comfortable.
Well, since Valentine's Day is next Tuesday, you do a show. We got to have Mark Henry. Sexual chocolate. Come on.
Exactly. You're right. He's right. You're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We should. I want to bring female wrestling fans and all that. And I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to us guys, you know, they're gonna talk about, you know what I mean, the guys that the females like. They go, oh my god, we gotta be like, oh whatever, talk about that. I ain't trying to hear that, but you know what I'm saying. We gotta cater to the nonsense when it comes to that stuff.
I got a tip for the guys too for Valentine's Day. Just tell your lady you gotta work and buy her Valentine's gift on the 15th. It's half off. But there you go. There's my tip. You gotta fight inflation.
Man, that should have been a thing before inflation.
Yeah.
Maybe some motherfuckers, their girl be mad at them on Valentine's Day. And they be like, you know what, fuck that.
Oh,
you mad at me on Valentine's Day? The gift that I bought you, I'll just send that shit to my side piece.
Speaking of the female demographic,
yeah, exactly.
Shout outs to TK for tagging Hook with Jungle Boy, Jungle Hook. I'm not really a demo guy, but one time I was curious and I was looking at the demos for AEW and I noticed every segment with Hook and Jungle Boy, the demos went up for the female demographic, and I was like, "Oh, okay, TK, I see you." Low key,
yeah,
fans.
he's that's smart. Yeah,
you know.
That's smart.
I like
to go there with it. I will have this dude. I will have Hook on some Tarzan shit too. Be like the you know what I'm saying? Both of them like cavemen or whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I laugh my ass off because Omaha Steaks has like a Valentine's Day special for steaks and burgers and shit. Who do you think's gonna cook that? No fucking woman's cooking on Valentine's Day, you fool. Shit, you taking her out. You're sleeping on the couch, motherfucker.
You're right though.
Shit.
You're
Yeah, I
right,
know.
though.
It's like so stupid.
I'll cook any other day. You want me to cook on Valentine's Day?
There's all kinds of days. Did you
Yeah.
guys know there's a day called Steak and a Blowjob Day? Not even making it up. That's an actual.
Is there? Oh my
No, you
god!
gotta send that to me. Send that to me.
Can you find one? What's on my birthday, September 17th? Look up that day. It's probably the day you should commit suicide or cyanide, man. Shit, my birthday's a jinx.
Oh my god!
Like, yo, I got a question for y'all.
I laughed my ass off before I was driving through a gas station. It said roses on sale. Who the fuck's gonna buy roses at a gas station? Yeah, you're having candlelight dinner with your girlfriend with roses. The fucking house blows up. I'm like, yeah, okay. Shit.
Rose, that was on the freeway.
Yeah, and oh yeah, rose off the freeway with a bag of oranges by the Mexican. Yeah, 5-pound bag of fucking oranges.
Oh, what was it?
You answer that, Black Soul?
Yeah, like what was like your first ever wrestling memory?
Oh,
my first ever wrestling memory. I told you, my first ever. You know what? I'm making it a good one. Let me see. When Hulk Hogan was beefing with the Big Boss Man. That was like my. It's like that's where I really, took interest. I guess you could say, so to speak, because I've seen a lot of wrestling angles around that time. Because I know you guys know that I said from before, AAA was like the very first wrestling show I ever watched. And I took it like a joke. I'm like, what the fuck is this silly shit? These dudes is just looking crazy. but when I seen, you know what I'm saying, Hogan and Boss Man having beef, the whole Hulkamania cage match shit, that's when, as a kid, remember I'm a kid, I'm bugging like, oh shit, wow. And I just said as a kid, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm bugging like,
yeah,
oh
mine
wow.
Was like,
yeah.
Yeah, mine was like rocking and wrestling on MTV. Yeah.
I thought Big Boss Man was a real cop and stuff. Like, what did Hulk Hogan do?
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, mine was like rock and wrestling on MTV, and then like I said on my show on this weekend was Saturday Night Main Event, Hogan and Orndorff steel cage match on Saturday Night Main Event. That was like the first match I ever went to, and like for like 20 years, I thought that's how the match ended. But no, they continued to match, and then Vince McMahon is so funny. Oh, 15,000 fans here at Hartford. Then it was 20,000 fans. Then it was 25,000. Where the fuck are these fans? It's on the roof. It's only about 16,000. Oh, fuck, man. He was lying about attendance back then.
Yeah, I already told the story. My first memory was the fucking limo ride with me, Gene, and Flair. Like,
oh, Jesus. Somebody died?
Are you sure? He was like, Gene, I knew what I was doing when I signed the contract. So, I never told this story before. I was late to WWF because I grew up on NWA, WCW, a little bit All Japan, a little bit New Japan, a little bit ECW, but I was late to the party with WWF. My earliest memory of WWF was actually, I remember, it was the Raw where Owen gave Shawn the enziguri. And then he had
he knocked him out.
Yeah. And then Shawn sold it like he was dead. Yeah, so I was late with WWF. I discovered WWF in like late 95, early 96. And then, how it was for me was every time I got a good grade on a progress report or report card, my dad would take me to Blockbuster or whatever rental store. And that was how I got into WWF. And I remember renting WWF shows as far back as like 89. I think I saw like I think it was what was the one SummerSlam where Randy and Miss Elizabeth got married? Was that 89 or 90?
89 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, 89. Yeah. So I started watching like SummerSlam, Mania, Royal Rumble, and I went from there and I worked my way up. And it was cool because this was literally like this was the year 96. So as 96 was happening, I was watching like every SummerSlam, every Mania, every Rumble, every Survivor Series, and I caught up while 96 continuity was actually happening, because I believe Vader fought Michaels that year at 96. Yes, it was Vader Michaels. What was else that year? Was
I think it was
Mankind, Taker, the Boiler Room Brawl. But yeah, that was the same year. So
yep.
Yeah, so
SummerSlam.
I kind of binged.
Go ahead. Oh,
I was just saying I binged WWF SummerSlams to catch up to 96 SummerSlam. So that was how I caught up. But yeah, you can go Blackstar.
My very first wrestling memory, I was 5, and I went to a Blockbuster. Me and my mom and my 2 brothers, and like my brothers would rent like action movies and stuff like that. But me, I wanted to watch wrestling, so I picked up WrestleMania 5, the one with Hogan and Macho Man. I wanted Macho Man to win so bad. And when I was like watching,
what was that? The Mega Powers Explode? That's what it was called, right?
Yeah, the Mega Powers Explode.
Trump Plaza.
Yeah.
When I was watching,
that's not how it works, brother.
Like Hulk Hogan is like I said, the Hulk Hogan is a freaking coward. Like, how is he?
Yeah.
Like how is he?
I remember fucking fuck.
Like, why is he?
No, I remember WrestleMania 6 with Warrior when fucking.
Hold on, Nate. Let Black Star go. Go ahead.
Go.
Like, I was so heartbroken when Hogan won that match because my brothers were Hogan fans. I was a Macho Man fan. Like, I was so heartbroken.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hey, if that was your first, if that was your earliest memory, just to fuck with you, something to make you laugh, go back on Peacock now. Go back and watch Mania 4 or 5, both, because they're both in Trump Plaza. Both years, Trump was in the front row, and both years he was like staring a hole through Miss Elizabeth.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, he was undressing Miss Elizabeth with his head, with his mind.
Like, Miss Elizabeth looked so whack at that time. I'm like, come on, this bitch is a fucking twig.
Yeah,
I know she's dead now. I know she's man. Look, it is what it is. She looked whack then. Now, when she was in WCW, she put some more meat on her bones. I'm like, okay,
it's so good. Yeah.
I'm not into skinny. But I remember when AJ Lee, best of the AJ Lee, because I met AJ before at a house show. Really nice lady, but I remember like when AJ Lee blew up in like 2012, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so sexy," and I was like, "Listen, bro."
I never listened to it either.
If I see a girl stretch and I can see her skeleton, nah, like you gotta put on some pounds.
No, that's the thing. Go ahead, Nate. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you look at who Punk dated back then. He dated Lita, he dated Beth Phoenix, and this and that. He ends up with fucking AJ. She must be a freak in bed. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I won't be surprised if they broke up by now.
No, they're still together.
Fucking AJ.
Right.
It's probably because she's into she's like a legit nerd. She's into comic books and stuff, you know. So speaking of that, I was just scrolling channels the other day. I didn't even know we had a WoW on my cable. WoW just comes on.
Yeah, it's on some station. Yeah.
I
heard got a good rating too. It had some good viewers, but
I think it was like Saturday or Sunday. It was like Sunday night or Saturday night. I was scrolling and I saw a wrestling show and I was like, wait, what? And I went back and I was like, oh, so this is Woman of Wrestling. I didn't even know we had WoW. And I
remember the old one. Glow.
Yeah.
The gorgeous ladies of wrestling. Remember that back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, God,
I didn't know who anybody was. I
didn't
know who anybody was, but the wrestling was good and the characters were good, and I was like, oh, all right, cool. So
yeah, I remember when I was a kid listening to WrestleMania 6 because it was scrambled. You can watch the pay-per-view, but it was scrambled. You couldn't really listen to it. And when Hogan was going off the ropes for the leg drop, I'm like, this motherfucker is gonna win again. And then he missed and wore his flat. I was going nuts. I'm like, holy shit, Hogan did the job. I was running up the stairs.
Yo, you stupid.
I was like, fuck.
Well, that was a big deal back then, right? Because that was Hogan's
yeah, he
ever
never
first
lost, Hogan.
clean,
He never lost.
Clean loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Today's
was
the
one of the best in the
anniversary of
Torch of the Warrior.
DiBiase having the title from Andre gave him the title. That was the anniversary today.
Mm-hmm.
Like in '88. That was crazy. Yeah. That was
That's another
crazy.
person that hates Hogan's guts.
Who? DiBiase?
No, the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh,
Oh,
Warrior.
Warrior.
Oh, yeah. But they buried the hatchet, I think, right before he died. So he buried the hatchet with everybody,
You actually
Warrior, I
believe
think.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly. And then he had a massive heart attack, even though I think he cyanide himself, but whatever. I mean, it's just still weird. It's just still weird.
You actually believe Hulk Hogan when he said that him and Macho Man made up?
I don't believe that shit. No, I don't believe that.
I doubt it.
Yeah, he was over it. This dude, Macho Man, was over it. Like, he really wanted to fade with Hulk Hogan.
Didn't he come out like with a CD or something about Hogan or
Yeah,
something?
he came out with that whole album.
Yeah.
Be a man,
Yeah,
Hulk.
Yeah. I was like, he ain't buried nothing.
Scott Steiner wanted to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, man? Fuck. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let's slow down. Fuck all that shit. I'm talking about Hulk Hogan during Black History Month. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? What we doing here?
Like, all right, let's reset.
Yeah.
We should try to get Tony Norris on the show, Ahmed Johnson. We should try to get him on the show. Send him a message.
We were supposed to talk about him. You know, he was in the vote. The voting.
I want to know his title push. Was it pushed? Was it derailed because of injuries or Shawn Michaels? I think it was Shawn Michaels derailed his.
I think it was injuries. I'm not allowed.
He was injury.
He was injured a lot. I know that.
I'll talk
Nobody
about
liked
Ahmed.
him.
Yeah,
Ahmed.
I'll talk about Ahmed. So, Ahmed was it's crazy because for this feat alone, he should be in the Hall of Fame. He is the first ever black
IC champion
and a Continental champion, which sounds crazy on paper because you have guys like Bad News Brown, you had guys like Coco Beware, even Mabel, but like none of those dudes were pushed for titles or anything. So, but anyway, so Ahmed was
the
the
Rock
first
took it to the next level.
Right. So he was the first, and the thing is, when he was getting his push, his finish, the Pearl River Plunge. I still remember that move to this day. The Pearl River Plunge, very unique finish, even to this day. Not that many people do a sick.
For those casuals out there, is a Tiger Driver, the Tiger Driver bomb.
Yeah.
Right. Not that many
96,
people do that.
95, whatever the fuck you would say.
Right. Not many
that
people
body
do that
slam on
move,
Yokozuna was the most amazing shit I ever seen.
He was strong.
Yeah.
But
he did it better than. Who had the better slam? You think Luger had the better slam?
No. I was saying he did it better than Luger did. Yeah, Ahmed did. Yeah.
I think Ahmed did. Yeah, I think Ahmed was better. Yeah.
But yeah, he was.
Of course, he would be saying hip toss.
Yeah, and like 95, 96, he was over like Rover, and Vince wanted to push him. Vince was going to push him. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and just give me the little the header thing you always do. Say, man, Vince wanted to push him. It wasn't due to lack of effort. He beat Goldust. That's how he became the champion, and he hurt Farouk.
I'm trying to figure this shit out real quick. Okay. Oh wait. I'm trying to make sure everything good.
That was from the TNA.
The only thing they missed the boat on Ahmed. The thing they missed on Ahmed, they should have had Ahmed versus Booker T. Battle of the breathe right nasal strips. That would have been awesome. Those guys.
I don't think Impact will care. This is free publicity for them.
I just want to make sure I don't get hit for this shit.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get hit
with nothing.
Yeah, he did like a spinning 450 or something to win that match. I remember that match.
This one right here, right?
Yeah, at the very end, I remember. It was like a spinning turtle twisting like 450 leg drop or some shit. I remember that.
This right here?
Yeah, it should be it. Yeah.
This spot right here? Let me see.
Mm-hmm. No, that's the moonsault. No,
That's-
it's a little bit
Yeah.
later.
Yeah,
It
just
should be
regular
near the
moonsault.
very end. Just fast forward to the end because that's how he won the match. I remember that.
Nice super kick.
Yeah, here we go. Here we
Yeah,
go.
he about to
He's
set
gonna
him
get it
up right
there.
now. He about to set him up right now.
No, he already hit it. Go back.
They're showing the replay.
There's a reason why I'm doing this.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I hope I'm not getting hit. I just gotta keep a monitor on that. Keep talking, y'all. Keep talking. Just say anything.
Oh yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna get
yeah,
hit. Just say anything. Go ahead. Keep talking.
yeah. Ahmed hurt Farouk, and then after Ahmed hurt Farouk, Farouk wanted revenge, so he came back and he gave Ahmed the receipt, and he hurt Ahmed right when he got his push. The thing I wanted to talk about for Ahmed, what people forget,
Yeah,
was
Teddy Long. Teddy
what was
Long.
that?
Teddy Long warned him.
Right.
Teddy Long
Yeah.
warned him.
He told
Yeah.
right. The thing that people
Oh,
forget
here you go. I got it
was
right. Hold on, wait.
Ahmed. Okay.
Yeah, I remember he got hit with a 2x4 and he got a sliver and he was out for a while. That was nasty.
Yeah,
like,
what people may
infected
forget is that
fucking thing.
Ahmed had won a battle royale for the #1 contendership against the WWF Championship, and that was when Shawn was still champion, and Ahmed was still Intercontinental Champion. So that's a big deal. He was going to face Shawn for the WWF title while he was still Intercontinental Champion. So that's a big spot to be in. But the match never happened because Ahmed got hurt. So then when he got hurt, Brett came back. And then, Rock came in as Rocky Maivia. And then Austin was getting his push against Brett. And Triple H was, still the Intercontinental Champion. He was feuding with Mark Merrill. Then Ahmed came back in '97. And by that point, Austin was, getting over. He worked with the Nation. And people may forget, before The Rock joined the Nation, Ahmed joined the Nation. Remember, he turned on Taker. It was Farouk.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Farouk and Kama
He was the
Kama
first one to
Mustafa.
join the new nation.
Right. It was Rock and Kama Mustafa. No, I said Rock. It was Farouk and Kama Mustafa against Ahmed and Taker, and then Ahmed turned on Taker. And what happened was it was actually the Nation as a group. They went to Vince and they told Vince that Ahmed wasn't a fit for the group, aka he wasn't taking any advice, because the reason why Vince made Farouk the leader of the Nation was Ron Simmons had all the experience and all the tools. And Vince was hoping that by putting guys like D'Lo and Godfather and, Mark Henry and guys like that, they was hoping that they listened to him, and Ahmed didn't listen to him. So that's when Ron Simmons went to Vince and said, yo, fuck this dude. So they took Ahmed out, and that's where Rock came in. And so because Vince wanted to push Rock. And then they were supposed to do, I think they did Ahmed. I think Ahmed had a championship match against Taker at some point. And Ahmed got hurt again. He kept getting hurt, basically.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Vince wasn't pushing him. He was pushing him, and he kept getting hurt. And it was like every time he came back, it was like guys were more over than he was. Like Taker or Kane and Rock, whatever. He had a bad attitude, So.
Wasn't Stone Cold the one responsible for stopping Ahmed's push?
I haven't heard that.
I thought it was Shawn, but whatever.
Well, I would hear Shawn used to sandbag people. I used to hear that.
According to Ahmed, it was.
Yeah, man. After 97, it was done.
Y'all see this shit, right?
Yeah. Was like a top move.
Yeah.
Come on, tumbleweed. Where's the tumbleweed? Tumbleweed. Did you type in tumbleweed?
I'm just testing shit out. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for this shit.
You ain't gonna get in trouble.
I mean, if it's a random indie show, you shouldn't get in trouble.
I'll piss on YouTube's fucking corporate lawn.
Braun's 14 away from breaking him.
Yeah,
breaking Kareem's record.
Fair use only.
Oh, how many points?
14.
14? They playing right now?
Yeah.
What quarter?
It's early in the third. early in the third.
He
Like,
got a
Oh
chance.
yeah. My TV's been on the game the whole time. I wasn't paying
got a
attention
chance.
though.
Who's playing right now?
Lakers and
Lakers
Oklahoma.
and Thunder.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the Celtics fucking Sun game? That guy hit the fucking basket from almost 200 feet away, but the clock already expired. He got fucking tossed, and I'm like, damn.
Oh man,
There is no defense in today's basketball.
Yeah. Well, but LeBron has the record for most crybabies in a season, right? He fucking cries every fucking game. Probably still crying about the Celtics loss.
Yo, man, hit that like button, B. Word up. Hit that thumbs up. Elbow drop that thumbs up. I'm here posting the highlights of Too Cold Scorpio, the dancing pimp, for free. Don't do that to me. I have
Black
your bitch with me, and she be
Speaking of Black History Month, what about fucking Stevie Ray almost whacking Vader? That's a fucking history moment. He was gonna shoot him. He was gonna shoot him.
LeBron's now 11 away.
It's like, it's time. It's Vader time. No, it's Smith and Wesson time.
He wasn't run out of time.
Run out of time. Yeah.
Well, anyways, let me shut it down, though. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
Like, why is it LeBron shaving his head?
You said what?
He has the most massive bald spot I've ever seen in my life.
What?
LeBron's hair.
Yeah. He's like Cena. Yeah, he's like Cena.
He has
Well, he's
the
got
world's
kids
greatest
too,
ball
you know, and a wife, whatever. Yeah. From Akron, Ohio.
Now he is 8 away.
9 points. 8 away. Oh, he'll get it. Oh, shit.
Unfortunately,
How many minutes in the third? Beginning of the third?
Unfortunately, I wish I could say more about some of the black women in the business, but the unfortunate truth is there wasn't that many of them. Really, you're starting to get to a point now where you're starting to see a lot of black girls in wrestling now. But
no, that's all. I was gonna. We were gonna talk about that on Valentine's Day. You know, that's what I was saying. Like when it came to the black female wrestlers.
We could talk about Jazz. She was the first.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We're gonna talk about that on Valentine's Day, and we're trying to have some females pull up and talk about wrestling with us. That's the plan. Excuse me. But yeah, man, it's about that time.
Alrighty.
About to fall back and all that. But before that, you already know, hit the damn elbow drop on that like button. It's only free. It's not for nothing. Also, I had posted the wrestling wrap up from 2022. It's everywhere right now. I had to make sure you guys know about that. I was talking about last year's wrestling news in a new track. Yes, I was rapping and stuff. Yes, I rap and I spit and I do my shit. And while you do that and you listen to that, make sure you get some motherfucking hot pockets and shit. Yeah. Got the mozzarella, got the meatballs, got the broccoli and cheddar, got all that good stuff there. Got the cheesesteak. Whatever you want to do. And hey, thanks for everybody for pulling up, man. You guys is awesome. You can talk and say something now.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, good shit. All right. I was confused. All right, see you guys on Friday. Later.
You already know, B. Friday, yeah. We're gonna pull up and we're gonna do what we do. Alright. We're gonna shut it down the right way. Play some music real quick there. Let's play some music.
Hip-hop maker, blasting through the speakers, gonna disturb the neighbors. My mark on the bed, so you know she caught the vapors. Smoking that loud with the Hennessy chaser. Fly like a pilot, she feeling on my privates. I'm drinking like a pirate and fighting like I'm Irish, but I know to be a tyrant. The track is really biting, I'm getting real excited. Ain't no time for biting. Lyrical stamina, bring it to an amateur. Pussy slam dancing up, probably on camera. Daily illustrationist, been a hood favorite. Mr. Illy Bang, stay street like the pavement. Architect with the bars, got my weed from Mars. Winning from my slab will leave your face scarred. Respect my cabinet, put you in the emblem. Light you on fire, so taste can light a cigarette. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. I spit the hot flame just like I was dousing. Deep rise my cock, cause it says bouncing. Front rush your legs, sweep your face on water fountains. You lost your manhood, still never found it. You think you fly like a child, you're grounded. See you on the avenue, people always clown them. He's an embarrassment, the one that be around them. Throw him into Bronx River, go ahead and drown him. The juggernaut of rap, steady like a spike back. Catch him with a pimp strap, spitting that white crap. I beat a silverback, mixed with a bear. Turn up, mix the alcohol with beer. Got that weed smoke in the atmosphere. On my way to the strip club, hell yeah. Beats get body, you can't stop me. I love shorty head game and sloppy. I roll with tyrants that's controlling the environment. Keep tracks firing, keep the streets admiring. All these other bums should be retiring. Give them the pink slip, please just fire them. Balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. That's right. Kata you mother skunks. Juggernaut of rappers in the goddamn building. Word up, BX representative. Smack the shit out the damn president.